Okay, for those of you who need a refresher on maybe the 30, 60, 90 or the other locations, here you go. This is a recap or recall. So I'll kind of go quickly just to jog the cobwebs. Alright, there's my unit circle. Let's draw the angle 7 pi over 6. And 7 pi over 6, first thing I want you to do, straight left, which we know is pi, to change that to 6 over 6, which is the same thing as 1 pi, so that you could correctly identify where 7 over 6 would go. It would be just past 6 over 6. And because of that 6, the reference angle here is a 30. Make our triangle to the x-axis. There's our 30, 60, 90 right triangle. What we know opposite 30 degrees is a length of 1/2 because the hypotenuse is 1, and the other side, the one that's opposite the 60 degrees, is the root 3 over 2. There's your angle 7 pi over 6. Now if I ask for sine or cosine, we just have to remember that it is alphabetical order, if you will, x comma y of this coordinate point. The x value is the cosine answer and the y value is the sine answer. So for 7 pi over 6, we need the y value of sine. For this location, the y value goes up or down, so we need this side right here, the 1/2, but it is going down, so the answer would be negative 1/2. Let's try a different one. Let's go ahead and share this triangle here. Let's say I asked for cosine of 5 pi over 3. Instead of 6 over 6, I would use as my visual aid 3 over 3 pi. So starting from 0, 1/3 is about there, 2/3 is about there, here's 3/3, then you would come to 4/3, 5/3, and then all the way around being 6/3, which is 2, and we know 2 pi is all the way around. So 5/3 was here in quadrant 4. So I draw my angle, make my triangle. Because this is a 3, the reference angle is a 60 degrees. If the 60 is located there, this angle here would be the 30. The radius that we drew was 1. The side that's opposite the 30 is 1/2, which means the side opposite the 60 is the square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 5 pi over 3 of this angle is the x value. The x value goes left and right. In this case, it's right here going to the right. It is 1/2. Going to the right is positive, so we leave it positive 1/2. If I had asked for sine of 5 pi over 3, then you would have given me the y value of this location. The y value of this location is this side here. It's the square root of 3 over 2. Recognize that it's going down, and going down in the y direction is a negative direction. So negative square root of 3 over 2 would be your answer for sine of 5 pi over 3. So there's just two examples of a 6 and a 3 that you need to know. Let's do one that's not a special right triangle, just to recall. For example, let's say I asked for cosine of 3 pi over 2. I recommend changing pi, which is straight left over here, to this denominator, in this case 2 over 2. Sometimes 3 over 2 is hard to remember for some, so if you remember going all the way around is 2 pi, but we're going to change that in terms of 2s, so 4 over 2. It might be easier to see now 3 over 2. If you get all the way to here, you're at 2 over 2. All the way to here is 4 over 2, so 3 over 2 was directly in the middle of that location, or straight down. And when you go straight down, or straight up, or straight left, or straight right, we don't need a triangle there, because that location's coordinate point is easily found. That coordinate point is 0, negative 1. And since cosine is the x value of that location, and the x value is 0, we're just going to put equals 0. If I had asked for sine, you would give me the y value of that location, which is negative 1. Let's try one more. We'll go back to a 30, 60, 90. and I'll try to confuse you. Let's try something like sine of 8 pi over 3. So hopefully the first thing you recognize is this 3 tells you that the reference angle is going to be a 60. That's just crucial to recognize. Also, label the side over here pi in terms of 3's, so 3 over 3. Now here's the weird part. Starting from 0 and going counterclockwise, half a circle you'd be at 3 over 3. Getting all the way around the circle you'd be at 6 over 3. We need to get to 8 over 3, so we have to continue going in the counterclockwise direction. The next third that you would get to is 7 over 3. So another third puts you right over here at 8 over 3. And that's where you end up. If you went another third, just to talk about it, you'd end up at 9 over 3. And 9 over 3 is 3 pi, which hopefully makes sense if you went 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, so it works. Make your triangle from that angle you drew. The 3 tells you the reference angle is a 60. The top angle would be a 30. The radius you drew is a 1. The side opposite the 30 is a half. Opposite the 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Sine is asking for the y value. The y values go up and down. We're looking for this side right here, which is square root of 3 over 2, positive because it's going up. Alright, just wanted to throw a tricky one on there just to test you.